Securing port facilities was as important as constructing new buildings for government and industry. At war's end, the harbors had been clogged with debris. Now began the long job of removing the obstacles to navigation. Gradually, the seaports were reopened. Trade between our own islands and with foreign countries began again. As revenue from foreign trade increased, improvements continued until today, our rebuilt harbors can handle twice the cargo of pre-war days. Less than a year after Independence Day, the Philippines was becoming once again a crossroads of the Pacific. A great deal had been accomplished, but much was still to be done. Our trainees were coming home from the United States to help push forward the rehabilitation program. They were welcomed by families and friends, and by the whole nation, for their new knowledge and new skills would help to restore health and prosperity. Some of the trainees went to work in the Coast and Geodetic Survey Bureau to continue the program, which war had interrupted, of surveying the waters surrounding the 7,000 islands which make up the Philippine archipelago. Today we have charts and maps which help locate fishing grounds and warn seamen of the reefs and dangerous shoals in this area of the Western Pacific. Trainees also joined the Philippine Weather Bureau. Weather forecasting is an indispensable service to our farmers, fishermen, and merchant seamen. Warnings of the great typhoons are vital to the safety of everyone in the country. Our weather stations are part of an international network through which we receive information from other countries and by which they are sent reports from the Philippines. In the overall program, nothing was more important than the tools with which the work was done. From the United States came millions of dollars worth of construction equipment, machinery of every kind, for every type of job. As shipment after shipment arrived, the program moved into high gear. We launched a number of dam building projects, which are still going forward. Before long, a greater supply of hydroelectricity will be ready for our homes and expanding industries. Practically every bridge in the country was destroyed during the war. Since then, with the helpful cooperation of the U.S. Bureau of Public Roads, nearly 500 new bridges have been built. Working together, American and Filipino engineers started to lay out new all-weather paved highways. Modern transportation, both for people and goods, is necessary for the full development of our economy. The Philippine economy, of course, depends on the natural resources of our land. The topography is varied. Mountains, hills, and plains are found on nearly all the larger islands. In every area, there is a wealth of natural resources. Minerals are one of our most important raw materials. In western Luzon are deposits of chromite, an alloy used in steel. Iron ore is found on almost all the largest islands. Iron and chromite are two of the raw materials essential for a steel industry. gold was our most valuable product for years. Of all exports, gold ranked second only to sugar as a source of revenue. With the help of new mining equipment, gold production has been climbing steadily. Nearly half the land area of the Philippines is forested. Besides mahogany, there are other hardwoods practically unknown abroad. The redevelopment of forest resources has been slow because we needed the lumber at home for reconstruction. But we are now actively trying to regain the foreign markets Philippine hardwoods once enjoyed. Coconut palms, which grow throughout the country, make us the world's leading producer of coconut products. From dried coconut, or copra, is extracted a valuable oil, much used in making soap. In 1951, we exported 153% more copra than before the war. Abaca flourishes in the southern islands. The tough abaca fiber is one of our best-known products, Manila hemp. The raw hemp is prepared for market on the plantations. Later, the fibers will be woven into marine rope, which has an extraordinary resistance to water damage. Citrus fruits grow well in our moderate temperatures. The fruit industry is developing steadily, thanks to modern equipment and the wide use of modern methods. Perhaps the best example of the results we have obtained through up-to-date growing methods is the pineapple industry, where production has grown by leaps and bounds. Sugarcane is still of great importance to the economy. The present yearly production has already passed the pre-war peak. Making full use of all our natural resources has been one of the chief aims of the rehabilitation program. In our country, as in other lands of the Orient, the basic food is rice. Although some rice is now imported to meet the needs of our growing population, steadily increasing production means we may soon become self-sufficient. For many thousands of Filipinos, fishing is a means of livelihood. Food from the sea is essential to our diet and is an important natural resource. Recent surveys of our waters have helped fishermen whose numbers have increased 3 times in the last 10 years. Under the rehabilitation program, too, came progress in building up a freshwater fishing industry. From the United States, trainees brought back scientific methods which have done much to make our inland waters a source of food. Today, in the marketplaces of cities, towns, and barrios, is evidence of the benefits gained by modernizing food production. The ever-growing supplies of fish and of rice mean that one day our basic food requirements will be met within our own country. From the first, the efforts of the Philippine government to increase productivity were aimed at a single goal: to raise the living standard of the ordinary citizen and his family. For our people were and are our greatest strength. No investment to improve the conditions of our people has paid greater dividends than the investment made in education. In pre-war days, we were proud of our fine public school system. After the war, we set out to restore and to expand our educational facilities. Health education was particularly important. As great as the need for new buildings and new industry was the need for doctors and nurses. Thousands of patients required treatment. A major aim of the joint American-Filipino health program was to step up medical education. Today, communities which may never before have seen a real doctor experience the benefits of competent medical service. To the patient and his family, the arrival of a certified doctor of medicine and a public health nurse is a heartening occasion. Time and again, our public health workers have proved their value. Their job is still a big one, but now we can look forward to the day when every Filipino may have good medical care. At the outset of the revived health program, medical authorities rated tuberculosis the young republic's #1 health problem. Examinations of nearly 1 million citizens showed that 1 out of every 10 was afflicted. The sooner tuberculosis is discovered, the more easily it can be cured. The disease was so widespread that every method of control was explored. Vaccines and serums already known were produced in new laboratories. At the same time, experiments were carried on to find even better weapons against the disease. With prevention the keynote of the campaign, farmyard animals were inoculated against tuberculosis. Much has been accomplished, but this disease is still our mortal enemy, killing one of us every 10 minutes every day in the year. Second only to tuberculosis as a public health problem is malaria. Our attack against malaria has been two-pronged. Treat the greatest number of victims in the shortest possible time, and teach the public by every educational device to fight the disease on their own.
In the Philippines, malaria is carried by 3 kinds of mosquito. These insects usually breed in the foothills rather than in the mountains or at sea level. They usually lay their eggs in shaded, stagnant water. By capturing mosquitoes, their habits can be observed, and from these scientific studies comes valuable information. The faithful carabao is bait for some of the specimens studied in the laboratory. When the captured insects have been counted and identified, they are sprayed with insecticides under controlled conditions. DDT, which is deadly to mosquitoes, has been proven most effective. The best way to stamp out malaria is to attack it at its source. By draining swamps and getting rid of stagnant water, breeding places are eliminated. Once the insects have reached maturity, insecticides must be used. As part of the anti-malaria campaign, teams bring the fight against the disease to the remote sections of the country. By using simple precautions like spraying, a home can be made mosquito-free throughout the year. If every citizen of our republic knows the cause of the disease and the ways to fight it, malaria can be wiped out.
From the first, we realized that the bright future of our young republic must be founded on the well-being of the youngest citizens. Under the public health program, clinics were constructed where trained nurses and physicians taught mothers how best to care for themselves and their babies. In many of the health centers, mothers may leave their children on busy days. A child's first years set the pattern for his future. Thousands of our children have already been given a good start in life. Plans are underway to help thousands more. Mothers are encouraged to bring youngsters to the health centers throughout childhood. In countries which, like ours, have a warm and frequently humid climate, skin diseases are a major problem. Doctors know that if these diseases are discovered in time, some can be cured in a matter of days. On the adult level, our health programs include the inspection of markets, stores, and restaurants to ensure high levels of sanitation. This municipal service is carried on by the Philippine Sanitary Food Control Section. When our cities were rebuilt, planners made certain of an adequate water supply. Over 300 communities now experience for the first time the satisfaction of unlimited quantities of clean, fresh water. Electricity is a public service now available in most large cities and in many smaller communities. Since we began to harness the power of our rivers and streams, the electrical supply for Manila alone has grown 3 times greater than it was 10 years ago. The ever-growing supply of hydroelectricity has encouraged the expansion of Philippine industry. "50 years ago, shoes were luxuries which only a small proportion of the Philippine people could afford. Today, shoe manufacturing is becoming an important industry. An example of how modern industrial technology has strengthened the economy is the bottle manufacturing industry, in which machines do almost all the work. One of our older industries, the manufacture of mother-of-pearl buttons, has been modernized. Pearl buttons are widely used at home and are exported in quantity. Employment in the hemp industry is growing all the time as factories become electrified. Already, the value of rope exports has passed the pre-war level. This same growth through mechanization is demonstrated in the pineapple canning industry. Rebuilt and re-equipped with American aid, Philippine textile mills offer jobs to thousands of men and women. Most of the lightweight cloth in these mills is produced for the home market. Today, made in the Philippines is becoming an important trademark, whether the Filipino customer lives in a large city or in the smallest barrio. Philippine-made textiles enable housewives and seamstresses to work at home. These thousands of self-employed women, in themselves, form an entire industry. As a people, we like to do things with our hands. Wherever raw materials and individual initiative can be brought together, a home industry is born. A large share of the cigar and cigarette production comes from home manufacturing. Here again, Private enterprise is creating new jobs for more workers. Such enterprises are multiplying all over the country. Small business has grown to be a vital factor in the Republic's overall economy. As the products of our big industrial centers are consumed in the small towns, just so the products of rural areas find their outlets in the cities, a two-way flow of goods which works to the advantage of the entire population. In only a few years, we have succeeded in producing for ourselves many essential products and some luxuries. New marketing methods speed the flow of goods from producer to consumer. The effects of modernization are felt all along the line, from farmer and manufacturer to the housewife. Our busy capital, the heart of the Republic of the Philippines, lies at a crossroads of the Pacific. The travelers at Manila's airport come from every corner of the world. Many of them, even today, several years after independence, are visitors from the United States. For friendship and cooperation did not end on Independence Day 1946, nor with the completion of the rehabilitation program. The partnership of these two free nations continues. We can be proud, and we are proud, of our accomplishments to date. Our first goals have been reached. We see around us evidence of the courage and enterprise of our own people and of the cooperation of our American friends. We hope for and we plan to achieve an even brighter future. The people of the Philippines have met as great a test as any nation ever encountered. With our resources, human as well as material, our prosperity need face no limitations. Devoted to our own country and loyal to friends in other free lands, we are building a firm foundation for our own progress and for the progress and peace of the entire world. On the 4th of July, 1946, every man, woman, and child in the Philippines turned out to celebrate the most significant holiday in our country's history. In Manila, citizens witnessed the fulfillment of a dream that was centuries old. From the capital city, word went out around the world that a new member in the family of free nations was born when the responsibility of government was transferred from the United States to the Republic of the Philippines. At the start, our newborn government faced one of the biggest reconstruction jobs in history. Half of all the buildings on Luzon had been destroyed. Our capital, of which we had been so proud, was in ruins. But far more cruel than the scars left by war on our buildings were the scars borne by our people. Nearly every family had lost one or more of its members. Thousands were hungry. Thousands more lived as best they could among the wreckage. Despite these handicaps, we faced our problems with eagerness and optimism. Schools and colleges were crowded. 700 students were chosen for training in the United States, one phase of that country's broad assistance program under the Philippine Rehabilitation Act passed by the U.S. Congress. As part of the same program, American technicians came to the Philippines to help restore public facilities and services. Cooperation between the two countries was the keynote. Reconstruction began on the most important level. The claims of the private citizen came first, so that people who had lived no one knew how during the war years could again feel the protection of a roof of their own. New churches and other structures were started as soon as home building was underway. Before long, there was a boom in the construction trades. The boom meant more jobs for more and more people. Everywhere, the spirit of building anew gave a lift to our morale.